Hey, everybody, it's Ron Bain with the Hunting Dog Podcast. You know what you're not going to get today? You're not going to get a list of sponsors because this is just a new feature, extra feature for all Hunting Dog Podcast listeners. The old Hunter's Happy Hour that we did a couple of years ago when COVID smacked us all in the mug. We kind of revived that when Ty Webster came into town to start his trip to Alaska, and we got Ben Brennington and Nick Larson on from Birdshot Podcast. Tyler, we had a couple people in the kennel that day playing, and I came up with Upland Trivia. Now you're going to go, oh, Ron, you're copying the. No. This is Upland Trivia. Okay, this is the stuff that we care about. Now there's also going to be throughout the year. There's going to be questions on cigars, cigarettes, bourbon, beer, but they're all going to be related to dogs. There'll be historical questions. There'll be new questions. Old. You're going to have to be pretty good to play. And what we're going to do is one of these months, we're going to do at least one a month of these, maybe more. And what we're going to do is have patrons from my show, Tyler's show, and Nick's show. We're going to have one game where it's patrons against. Oh, we'll have another guest. Probably Ben Brennington will come on to defend his title. Oh, that kind of gave it away, didn't it? Well, it didn't give any of the answers away. So here you go. You want to sit down the road? You want to play a trivia game that's relevant to what you like to do? Then here it is. Hunting Dog Podcast Trivia, Episode 1, August 2nd, 2022. And, well, it depends on, yeah, that's all. That's it. How about that? No commercials. And it still took me a minute and a half just to get this thing to hit play. Well, if I could hit play at the same time.
I'm going to forget them. All right, so now the way this works is I've got a question, and you guys, I'm not sure how, I'll just kind of decide, might be
timer.
Yeah. We're not that fancy yet.
3 swigs of beer and a cigar.
Right. If I puff on the cigar twice, I'll give you guys enough time that I won't think you're at least Googling the answer.
Sure.
Okay.
So now Google is not an option.
The problem is Doug is really fast at typing and Googling.
He is.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we can trust him.
And he's got multiple computer screens there.
Oh, he's probably got like a wall. He's probably got his wife. Right off the camera, typing it in and going.
Yeah, she's holding up one.
In fact, honestly, you're the only one I can monitor.
Yeah.
And Trent and Bruce. That's it. That's the only ones I can know. Put that phone down.
Tech savvy than me.
All right. Now, unlike another popular trivia show where conservation always wins, we don't have any money or funds to donate to anything. So the winner tonight just gets to get his name on the leaderboard.
On the trophy. I like it.
We will have a trophy. And what we're going to do, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to make this at least a monthly feature. And maybe not the next one, but hopefully the next one in August. What I want to do is have a patron from Nick's podcast, a patron from my podcast, and a patron from Tyler's podcast all play against each other. Doug will play because Doug's going to be Doug doesn't know it, but he already signed a 2-year agreement to be the moderator.
God, I'm glad that you got him.
Yeah, I know. I forget what he was drinking the other night, but he said he would do it. And what I'd like to get someday is somebody to come up with 10 questions that are relevant to what we like, which is alcohol, tobacco, firearms, birds, and dogs.
Yeah.
And then I could play one time.
We could just have it called alcohol, tobacco, and firearms trivia.
We could, but then we're leaving out the Upland side of it.
Yeah, I mean, we don't really care that much.
You're right. You're right.
Ron, is there a single question that has anything to do with waterfowl, labs, retrievers at all?
I have one. I don't know if it's in this week's. I don't know. Yeah, I think there is one that has to do with waterfowl. Maybe two.
I have one.
Bring that way just a little bit because I don't want to be called a cheater when I whoop Nick's
Right.
ass. So,
Oh. All right. Here is the first question.
Oh, geez.
Charles Darwin explored most of the natural world by ship. What breed of hunting dog was the ship named after? It was the HMS, His Majesty's Royal, whatever they call that. What breed of hunting dog was the ship named after? Not a dog's name, a breed.
Huh.
Charles Darwin explored most of the world doing his research. Doom, 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 doom.
Matter.
Doom,
Do I need to change my
doom, 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 doom. I'm not looking at your answer. Boom, ba-boom, boom, boom, boom.
that
Does
was
everybody?
Did you rehearse that earlier?
No, I watched a lot of Jeopardy. Does everybody have an answer?
Yeah.
You're right, Ron. I should have checked my pen before I started.
Oh boy, oh boy. Well, we can take a pause.
Let me ask this to Matter.
All right. I want everybody to flip their cards up, even if it's backwards, and I want to see it. HMS Spaniel, the HMS Pointer, the
Beagle.
HMS Beagle, and the HMS Beagle.
Based
We
on the
have Ben.
comments,
Ben and Doug. Is that in the comments and Doug's getting to see him?
Oh,
well,
turn out.
I can see him too. I can see him too.
You guys can all see.
Oh. What now? Did you guys know that?
Yes.
I had no idea. I was just thinking about.
I didn't know.
For England.
Obviously.
All right. Well, I'm going to have to give it to Ben and Doug on that one. Now,
Give
Doug-
Doug a half.
Give me a quarter.
did you know what it was, Doug?
I did.
Did you
It's
really?
probably the only thing.
All right. Well, that's
Good.
pretty smarty pants. How
Makes
about
sense.
you, Ben? Did you rely on the comments?
Mute.
Oh, he's muted. Doug muted him.
I did not. There we go.
I didn't learn much in college, but apparently, like the evolution.
I learned a lot in college, but none of it was involved with this.
All right. All right. Well, our second question tonight is the pointer, or originally the English pointer, was the first recognized breed in the AKC in 1878. The second breed to be registered was either the Clumber Spaniel, the Cocker Spaniel, the Chesapeake Bay Retriever, or the English Setter. The first breed in the registry of the American Kennel Club in 1878 was the Pointer. The Clumber Spaniel, Cocker Spaniel, Chesapeake Bay Retriever, or English Setter, which one of those was the second dog registered with the AKC? Do, 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 do.
Changing my answer.
Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. So, does everybody have an answer?
Yep.
Yes.
All right, show me your answers.
I don't think mine's right, but I have to go with it.
I kind of I crossed it out.
Oh, yeah.
I crossed it out.
Oh, Tyler went with that. I bet you it's not the one you think it's not.
No, I went with it because AKC, I figured they'd do one pointer and then one retriever.
Right.
That was what I was
Well, I
thinking.
don't know how that lined up, but I researched that, and I would have. That's why I picked that question, because I would have thought the Chesapeake Bay Retriever that nobody wants was not
Nobody does,
around in
yeah.
1878. You know, they were still eating people.
They're still eating.
They're still eating people today.
But it was?
Yeah, it was the Chesapeake Bay Retriever.
Ah.
I actually wrote that the first time and I scribbled it out.
Oh,
And I wrote setter first, and
yeah.
I scribbled.
I would have thought so. What'd you have, Trey?
I took Clumber because I thought the chassis was like.
That's what I thought. I thought Jesse came way later.
Yeah, I thought
Yeah.
that was a newer breed.
Just like college, I just go A, B, C, D, and just D every
We got a
time.
1 out of 4.
You know they're trying to trip you up before you get to D.
That's right. If it's none of the above, always go with none of the
Go with
above.
D. Hey, Trent, we need to take an alcohol break here. Can you grab me a beer?
He's averaging a beer every 2 questions. I like this pace. He's taking it easy tonight.
I did not drink a beer all afternoon.
At all?
No.
What?
I knew there'd be.
Someone get the man a beer.
Well, yeah, there we go. All right. All right.
Somebody get him a beer. That's not a beer.
Well, somebody get me a beer. All right.
Somebody get us some corn-flavored
Now,
water.
our third question. During the Revolutionary War, British General Howe lost one of his foxhounds. What colonial general had it returned with a note with warmest regards? And I found out that, yeah, during the Revolutionary War, in fact, the foxhounds were like the first hounds brought here
Yep.
by the gentry from England for fox hunting. So, General Howe, in the middle of trying to kick our asses, lost one of his foxhounds, and it actually had a collar with an engraved tag on it
Really?
with his name. What colonial general had it returned with a note with warmest regards?
What if we don't know any colonial generals?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, you do.
You do.
Oh, you do.
I'm going with the most prominent name I can think of.
Well, I had to make some of them easy.
Doug's definitely Googling.
Is Doug Googling?
I can see him.
He's chewing on his pen. That's a tell.
That is a tell.
Siri.
Everybody have it.
Siri. Google
You
General.
can just have.
Everybody's gonna have to sit like this from now on.
Mine's already written down. I'm not looking at the
All
comments.
right. Does everybody have an answer? You can always have no answer. All right.
Well, what fun is that?
Washington.
Washington. Tyler says Washington.
Yeah.
Nick, Washington. Washington. And Doug.
Doug
Let
said,
let him write it
I
down.
just figured out how to spell Washington.
Elon Musk.
Pat.
General Patton. That is not correct.
And the answer was General Washington. I thought that was a little bit of a gimme, you know?
not
Yeah.
for me. I failed.
Only because of the
Make
level
sure
of
everybody's. I
prominence.
got the score down here.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, I know you guys were concerned. I'm not competitive at all.
No, we've never seen. The day that you lost yourself in pool killed you when I was
I
playing with you.
hated that. Yeah,
Right.
still wake up. In
I
cold
won
sweats.
one game in pool against Tyler. He's like,
What was your last trap score, Tyler?
25
25. All right.
with the 410. Actually,
Nice.
I ran 50 straight with the 28, and then the next time I went out with a 410 and ran 25. Ben, by the way, I love the new phone cases.
Oh yeah, I got that too.
oh,
Thanks, buddy.
I didn't get one. Oh,
You're too old to have technology like that.
I got a phone.
Oh,
They don't make one for flip phones, Ron.
Yeah, I knew that was coming. I knew that was coming. All right, this is going to take a little bit of work. I'm not expecting anybody.
there's people.
Oh, come on in. Come on in. We're right in the middle of trivia, Terry.
Oh,
Grab
you
a
can
piece of
probably still
paper.
catch up.
You could probably try to get a couple answers right, or you can just sit and chill.
Nice shirt.
What do you? Did you take that right out of the truck, or you go down the boss today?
You went
I
down the
just took
boss.
I took the orange one off from the training grounds because it was.
Oh, I didn't.
All right, fire away, Ron.
All right. All right. The oldest recognized breed of dog. Now that means a dog that is still known today as a breed
Shoot.
was found on cave paintings. Now again, I don't think those people were real good artists, so I'm not saying the cave paintings are correct, but according to Wikipedia, what is the oldest breed of dog based on cave paintings? There you go.
I get the first letter. Does that count?
It'll help, but it's not going to give you the answer. If you misspell it phonetically, I'll be okay with that.
Well, I'm not going to be able to do that.
We're not being judged on spelling.
Huh?
We're not being judged
No,
on
no,
spelling.
no, no. Only Spencer. Well, Spencer even listens to a little bit.
Good.
Man, I can't come up with anything historically that sounds right.
Does anybody have an answer?
I do.
All right. All right. Show me your answers.
It begins with SAO.
I can't read your right.
Bronco.
Bronco. Unfortunately, I'd like to say you're right, but you're wrong. Ben, you have an answer.
They're not even bird dogs now.
Husky. No, Ben. No, Ben, that was not. That was a wolf that ran into a shepherd back in the day.
And they would have died in
That'll happen.
from the
Doug, do you have an answer?
I know that I have. It begins with an SAL. I don't know remember the rest of it.
Are you thinking of
Wow.
Saluki?
Yes.
It's
No,
wrong.
wait, that's it. Use a
That's not a word. It's,
I got nothing. I got
and-
nothing.
okay.
Scribbles.
it is a Basenji.
Oh, never would have had that.
That wasn't it.
North African dog.
Really?
Yep.
What do they hunt with them?
Well, used to be
Lions?
anything. Well, you know, they didn't have anything. Right? They didn't have much.
Franklin.
All
It
right.
was pointing Franklin. Only.
Now, I'm going to make a prediction on this next question. Can somebody shut my dog up?
Well,
Sounds like it needs to be trained on.
Can you guys hear the dog
where's the
barking?
bat?
No.
Isn't there an Upland Institute video on that?
Not on the barking. Not
Oh,
yet.
okay,
Not yet. We're working on that. Justin just
Pro
sends
tip,
those.
dark collars.
Justin
you need.
sends those dogs home. Tells the owner he's not ready for camp yet. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, if I let Vivi out, then we're probably going to get an interruption here. All right. Is this our fourth or fifth question? Fifth question.
Feels like 20th.
Okay. All right. Now, this is going to take a little time, and I'm going to give you no Googling, please.
What about your prediction?
Oh, my prediction is that Nick Larson should win this question overall. That's my because that's my gut. My
Way
gut
to
feeling.
suck up to Nick after he's been mad at you.
Now there's a lot. It's all you guys are putting all kinds of pressure
I
on
put a
me.
lot of pressure on him. Okay. Beer and bird hunting are synonymous, correct? Are we correct with that?
Yeah.
Beer,
You cannot even separate the two.
whiskey and bird hunting, but go ahead.
Well, okay, in some cases, whiskey. I did not have a whiskey or bourbon question in this game.
All right.
Now, I want you to name as many of the oldest breweries in America today that are still making beer, but the oldest one I'm going to give you the answer to because you all know what that one is. The oldest brewery.
The only one I know.
Oh no, Nick! All you have to do is think, concentrate. Yeah, the oldest brewery is Yuengling in Pennsylvania. There are 9 others that make the top 10. 9 others. Whoever gets the most of those correct wins that question. I'll give you a little bit of time. No Googling, please. This would be the top 10 oldest breweries in America still making beer today. Now, they might have been bought out. They might have been picked up by a son-in-law.
Right.
But they are still making beer today. And Yuengling was started in 1829. So try to come up with some of the other 9 of the oldest breweries in America. I'm going to give you a little time for that. I'm going to light my cigar, and we'll see what you can come up with. If you want a bigger piece of paper, you're writing like you're putting a ship in a bottle.
I am putting a ship in a bottle. Hold on here.
Now, I was personally, I will tell you, myself, I probably would have got 3 of them right. I probably would have got 3 of them right. But you got to remember, as a delinquent youth, I delivered beer in Chicago on a beer truck. So
That helps.
and that helps. And if you listen to my podcast,
He drinks a lot of beer.
well, if you listen to the podcast and you know who I drove for back in Chicago, that might get you one of the oldest beer companies in Chicago. Uh-huh. Just thought I'd throw a little hint for you. You guys were struggling over there.
I'm just writing names down.
did you
These
say
aren't
write
going to be
down?
right.
I
Is
don't
this so? This doesn't distinguish between like brands. It's the actual brewery.
That's
Right, the brewery.
Mostly
Most of
speaking.
the breweries in those days were known for one brand.
Yeah.
You know, they didn't come up with light beer until the 70s or 80s, right?
You think with my parents owning a liquor store most of my life that I would nail this one.
Well, if they didn't let you stock the coolers, then it's their fault.
That's all I
That's
did.
7, and I don't know if any of them are correct.
Yeah.
Does everybody have a few guesses?
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to put you on your on faith. I'm going to read them off to you. All right. Leinenkugel.
God, I thought about that too. I'm drinking one.
Jeez.
Does anybody have Leinenkugel?
No.
Yeah.
All right. Ben's got Leinenkugel. The Frankenmuth Brewery.
Nope.
Nope. August Shell.
Mm.
Oh, see, Ben, you've been hanging around in Minnesota.
That's
long
Minnesota.
enough.
There you
You
go.
gotta take the tours. I've been on both of those tours.
I forgot. I was
Yeah.
thinking. I forgot you're in Minnesota and from. Yeah.
Well, Nick
All
has
right.
no excuse.
There's another one from the way back day. Stevens Point.
Huh.
Oh, Ben is slaughtered
Jeez.
you guys.
You
Yeah.
guys are failing. These are all in my home
Yeah.
territory.
The Miller Brewing Company. Hats off.
Check.
Got one.
Check.
Got two.
Took that tour.
You're waiting for next month when it's all bourbon distilleries.
Yeah, or Scott. Yeah, I'm in.
All right. Anheuser-Busch.
Got that one.
Check.
Check. Joseph Huber.
Nope.
Oh, that I remember Joseph Huber. That was like $1.19 a 6-pack, and we still passed on it. And my favorite one that I drove for in Chicago, Pabst Blue Ribbon.
I got
Ooh, I got that
You
one.
got Pabst? All right. The Schaefer Brewing Company.
Nope.
Nope.
Nope. Now I want to know the reason I said that. Most of these started up in Wisconsin, Minnesota, up in that neck of the woods. That's why I thought
Makes sense.
Nick's a poser. He does not really know beer.
He knows.
He knows
No,
Yeah, craft
I'm
beer.
not that cultured.
all right, well, that's got to go to Ben on that one.
Is
Yeah.
that all of them?
That's it. That's the top 10. Yingling,
I only had 4.
Yingling, Schaefer, Pabst, Huber, Busch, Miller, Stevens Point, Shell, Frankenmuth, Leinenkugel,
Huh.
and of course,
There's no old style Schlitz.
no.
Did you just say Coors?
Sam Adams.
Yeah, my camp, 1873.
Well, yeah, and Yingling, I gave you guys a hint. Yingling was made in 1829.
I know, so I see
Wow.
this.
I mean, Lewis and Clark only got back 20 years before the shit started.
So Ben got that one.
Ben got
How
that.
did you get, Ben?
I got 5.
Yeah.
All right, so
So
we
Sam
got.
Adams was like the oldest brewery in the nation.
It's you know what? And Verizon's got the best cell service because the commercial says so. All right.
Yeah.
Say it doesn't anymore.
All right. We're back on the subject of birds. Game birds that we know and love.
Are you down to napkins already, Ben?
Yeah, the plate didn't work so hot. I'll see if the nurse can bring me a notebook and some more.
Buzzer.
Push the emergency button. See what happens.
I'm gonna wait till Carrie gets in here and the dogs calm down a bit. Did you go let the dogs out?
Who let the dog out? Oh, you brought Oscar.
And Wes, how's the dog doing?
He's doing all right. If I can get my wife just change the rules at the house, that she just lets the dog on the couch in every place, because it's like the youngest kid. You bring the young dog.
Why
in,
not?
All the rules go out the window.
Why not?
I have a
like
question later on that relates to that exact subject in the trivia. All right. This question, and I also want people who are listening here. Hey, Doug, how many people we have in the room? You said
75.
75. Great. I would love people to submit questions that I can use later on.
Good.
I don't know how I'll vet them to find out that they weren't one of our patrons,
or how we can,
but
figure all those
but
problems.
if they only give you
Me
one,
and Tyler don't look up the answers in the meantime.
right, exactly, because that's how competitive you guys will be. I would love anybody to write me at Ron B at the Hunting Dog Podcast if you have a trivia question that covers guns, dogs, people, places, and like the shooting sportsman scale up. Guns, dog, people, places, and alcohol. and there will be some cigar questions coming along the way.
And then if you could also please BCC Nick at birdshotpodcast.com, then I'll I'll see those questions as well.
Yeah, and then he can Google.
My
Thank you, Nick.
She needs to come home each week. I'm doing awful.
All right. So, what state north of the Mason-Dixon line boasted quail in all 67 of its counties, but deemed the bird extirpated by the year 2014? I'll repeat the question. What state north of the Mason-Dixon line boasted that they had quail in all 67 counties, but by 2014 they were considered extirpated in that state? I am not going to give you a lot of time because there's only so many states north of the Mason-Dixon line. There just wasn't any more wild quail.
This can't be right.
I like your confidence. I don't think mine's
Got
right.
it.
All right, does everybody have an answer?
Yep.
All right, let me see your
I have
answers.
4 letters.
But I got it.
What'd you have?
Ohio,
Nope.
That was my first guess.
Pennsylvania.
Doug has it and Nick has it. Pennsylvania. Good job. Somebody's listened to podcasts over the years.
Basic geography.
Fairly lucky. Yeah.
Well, did
But
you
yeah.
know?
Michigan, but I know there's still some in Michigan.
Right, and there's still a few in Ohio, and there's probably a couple in southern Indiana. I know
Right,
there's southern
right.
Indiana.
And there's good quail hunting in,
But when
in Illinois and
when
places.
Pennsylvania got logged, and they had a series of mild, like you go through decade of mild winters.
Right.
The bobwhite quail came from West Virginia and hit the southern borders of Pennsylvania. When they logged the piss out of Pennsylvania, and it was all farms, and they just exploded there. It was actually the #1 quail state. I can't remember what year, but there was more quail taken in Pennsylvania. Yeah, just because of old dirty farming. It's probably in the 30s or 40s.
Interesting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was a good question.
Not only do you play a game, but you learn a little something.
That means that we have to take Ron's word for the fact that all these questions are the right answers.
Right. You
which
do not fact check this shit.
No, we're not
No.
fact checking.
Fact checking whatsoever. All right. We're on the leaderboard, Ty. Where are we at here?
We got Doug with 2, Ben with 3, Nick with 2, and me with 2.
Ooh.
It's close.
Anybody's game here. Anybody's game. Now, this is under the subject of dogs. Very simple, straightforward question. Now, I will say, for the comedic value of this show, this does not include the dogs that Craig Jones imported from Germany. That's the disclaimer for this question.
Okay.
And I'm not going to give you a lot of time to give this answer. How many teeth does an adult dog have?
That's funny.
What direction do they
Man.
How many teeth does an adult dog have?
Adult dog?
All right.
They go, I don't
Adult dog?
Same as my wife's corgi, same as a Shih Tzu if it's bred properly. All right. I want to see your answers. 28, 42. What do you got, Doug? 40?
47.
Oh, I get there.
Nick, what?
What?
Dick, tell me you didn't look in your dog's mouth and only find 24.
No, I don't know. I'm 12 on top, 12 on
Well,
bottom.
right in front.
Did you get your dog from south of the Mason-Dixon?
The correct. Oh, let's go back to the basic. Oh, we got to make fun of that again. How bad? The correct
Only
answer.
4 less than Tyler. 42?
42. And Ben spent some time in the DD world.
Yeah, leave it to that drop guy. I know that.
They weren't screwing around with that shit. They said, this dog will not be bred.
That's exactly right.
As a caveat to that, the reason I said that, not including those that Craig Jones imported from Germany, the first time I looked at one of his dogs before, what was the last dog he had? Luke, that had all the crooked teeth. And God knows they were point. The first dog that he imported with Butch Grover from Germany, when I opened it up at the puppy test, I opened it up and I said, "Oh, good one." Yeah, I looked at him. You get used to looking at him quick. and it had 2 molars in the roof of its mouth. So
Well,
that was
BRB.
that was.
Give it all the way around the corner.
You could go in this way. You didn't have to go this way. All right. Now, this one, not using Tyler Webster as anecdotal proof for this. Okay, he was not in this survey. This is put on by the American Kennel Club. What percent of dogs, not just hunting dogs, dogs, sleep in their owner's bed?
What's plus or minus on this? Is just whoever's closest?
Whoever's closest. With you, it would be 100%.
It would be 100%.
But it may not be the national average. The national average of percentage of dogs that sleep in their owner's bed, closest answer wins the question. Does everybody have? I'll give you a little minute. All right, everybody got an answer?
Yep.
70. Tyler's at 70. Nick's at 83.
Wow.
70. What do you got?
58.
I got 20. Wow. I gotta do a little math. I gotta look at my answer sheet. It's 48%.
Oh man.
So you're the closest. Trent gets 1.
But what of all of us? What'd you have, Ben?
We all had 70.
Yeah, 70.
And I had 83.
So
83.
So we all get.
Huh.
I'll get
No, everybody went over, so it doesn't count.
one tie, all tie.
Trent. So
Well,
Ben
he's
didn't
not
get
playing
one.
for real.
Oh, I guess as far as
Yeah.
the closest. Yeah, you're right. Yep. All right, good.
I'll put Trent down here on the bottom. He's got.
Oh, yeah.
He's got
Yeah.
one.
All right, here we go. This is back. Hang on a minute. I need to stoke up here. For those of you listening to audio, I'm lighting a cigar.
Surprises nobody who pays attention to us.
Right. All right. So the next question. Well, we're taking a beer break here. Yeah, I'll take one. Well, wait. Yeah, I'll take one.
He was just assuming that you needed one.
I'm telling you, I feel good. I feel good. Do. That cordon bleu is soaking up the Miller Lights. Oh, give me a shiner. Tyler punches me in the eye.
You're a good friend. Here, this is the best thing about having flip-flops on.
Oh, put that on camera. That is so gross.
It's got a bottle.
Yeah, Jimmy. Yeah, and I got sand all over my bop bottle.
How much dog poop has that sandal?
I have no idea, and I don't want to
A
think
lot
about
of
it.
goose poop earlier today when I was throwing the ball for Bruce's dog. That's why I used it on his beer, not mine.
Oh, that is better than
Friends only.
Yeah, that tastes like I just started over again. All right. Are you ready?
Ready.
The first ringneck pheasants arrived in the United States in Port Townsend, Oregon in 1881. Owen Denning, an aristocrat and very wealthy man of the day, was instrumental in this release. By 1892, 11 years later, the first season opened up. Hunters bagged approximately, closest answer wins.
Whoa.
In 1881, they came into Port Townsend, Oregon. In 1892, the first season opened, and hunters bagged approximately how many birds?
So how many years later is that?
11 years. He's doing the math backwards. Like, they had that many birds, they had that many eggs, they had that many hens. Oh my God, this is difficult.
What kind of agriculture was popular during that time period?
Not quite sure. For some reason, it was Oregon.
Yep.
Wonder how they were, what kind of data collection methods they had on.
You know,
Oregon.
I don't know. And that's why I said you can't fact check me.
Yeah.
But if you think about it, they're pretty prolific.
Yep.
And any animal that comes somewhere in the beginning,
I'm trying to remember if there was 100 pairs or if it was 50.
Well, there was
roosters and
actually-
50 hens.
there was a lot of pairs, and a lot of them made the boat ride,
Yeah,
but then a lot of them died
right.
after on the wagons getting out to these areas. And then they also kept importing more every, a lot more. Anyway, your answers, please. 292, 55, 276. What is that answer, Nick? 1K?
10,000. 10,000.
Ben is the winner again. Approximately 50,000.
I,
50,000.
Bruce was right on the nose.
How many?
50,000.
50,000.
55,276.
I swore it was 500,000, but
But you had an extra zero in there.
Extra
Add
zero.
an extra couple of zeros.
Ben, I want you to know that Onyx would be glad to get you an Onyx Elite membership for your performance tonight, because it looks like you are going to win hands down.
he was a sleeper.
I've had nothing to drink for like 6 days, so I am sharp.
Thanks.
You are,
Super clear.
you are sharp like my phone. Okay, now here's one. I think my prediction is that at least two of you should get this. Two of you should get this.
What's your percentage on predictions tonight?
Not good, Nick. Not good. Thank you very much
Just want to establish that.
for bringing that up. All right. Are you ready? This is about grouse.
Oh,
This is you, Nick.
The rough grouse, the spruce
Pressure.
grouse, the sharp-tailed grouse, prairie chickens, dusky, sooty, Franklin, and sage grouse are all grouse natural to North America. What is the other species of grouse native to North America?
Read the list again.
You name those again?
The rough, spruce, sharp-tailed, prairie chickens, dusky, sooty, Franklin, sage. I'm not going fool's hen because they call a lot of birds that. What is the other species of grouse in North America? Do. Linda's giving Doug the answer, right? You can tell. You can tell.
Linda. Who's Linda?
Oh, I thought that was your wife's name. Sorry.
Or girlfriend.
It starts with an L, though.
Lead on.
Well, okay, that's not. Ladon, Linda.
Close.
It's all how you use your vowels.
These are all people from Ron's past that come up in conversation occasionally.
All right.
Carla's.
Do we have an answer?
It's probably wrong.
Tyler says ptarmigan. Heathen. No, the heathen is extinct, Nick. Thank
yeah,
you.
but you didn't specify that it had to be still around.
Oh, you're right. I didn't, but it's my rules. The prairie chicken. I mentioned the prairie
You did
chicken,
mention the
actually.
prairie
You did?
Yeah, I did. I said,
Yeah.
I
Way to
said
pay attention, Doug.
way to pay attention. And Gunnison. Well, no, the Gunnison is a subspecies of the. Sorry.
Gotta be ptarmigan.
Tyler gets it with ptarmigan.
Gonna be killing them.
Well, and our in studio audience is better than people who run podcasts. So that's not saying much. Now, a little history on that. The ptarmigan is actually the same species as the red grouse
In
from
Europe,
Scotland.
yeah.
Same bird, same camouflage, same color, and of
I
course,
didn't know that.
We have the willow, the rock, and the
Whitetail,
whitetail ptarmigan, where Scotland has just the
red grouse.
red grouse.
Obviously, everybody in the comments knew this except for us.
Everybody in the comments.
I thought it was gonna be trickier, but
Forget about the comments.
So, yeah, isn't it like the city and the all those?
Yeah, they're all
grouse.
blue grouse. They're all mountain grouse, forest grouse. But
Yeah,
yeah,
you could have said Colombian sharptails.
I wouldn't have gave it to you.
No, they're a
Subspecies.
subspecies.
All right, now this is our last question. Now, on the leaderboard, Ben would have to
Lose
go
a
back and give us two wrong
He'd have to
answers.
lose a point.
Right. Tyler's at 4, Nick's at 2, Doug's at 3, Ben's at 6. So Ben, this is just for you to just in the
Just for
permanent
show.
record to be 7.
Just flexing.
How many?
I'm gonna give, if I give two answers
possibly
and
eliminated.
then I'll take -2.
Well, I didn't count, Bruce. We're not. This isn't a meeting.
How many winners do you have there?
Well, just one, Ben.
Yeah,
Just Ben.
I have you guys down here on the bottom.
No, I know, but you got.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
got
but
like
I've
15
also
you got like
scribbled.
15 right answers.
I've also scribbled too.
Got a lot of
And, like, I got stuff going on.
I like George's suggestion, the double jeopardy.
Double
Double-
You got a wager.
If we ever get somebody that gets into
I'm
it,
all in.
I
Yeah.
like that.
I have specific
Do we
questions.
wager points for the last one?
Let's do it.
What you want to do? You guys want a little wager on it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about this? How about this? How about this?
Him and Ben, they got 10 right answers.
In the last question, anybody who gets this wrong has to donate $25 to the
Charity of
Habitat.
choice.
Yeah.
I'm down with that.
Or give one of their friends a subscription to PF or
There you
RGS.
go.
Okay?
I'm in.
Deal.
Anybody who doesn't get this one right. Okay. Elk, meaning elk with antlers.
I had one by my house last week.
An elk?
I got a picture.
of it.
Come on.
Yeah, 2 miles from my house.
Are you sure it wasn't a moose,
What
Tyler?
is called a moose?
I couldn't believe it. I almost fell over.
Holy crap.
So that thing made its
The
way all the
Badlands
way
down
through
there?
the Badlands?
Yeah, they were when we
The
were in
turtles.
Teddy Roosevelt. They were right next to our.
Oh, you saw them there?
Like,
Oh, no
if you
shit.
go a mile north of
Where
my
is
house,
Watford City from you?
it's about 70 miles, but that's across a big fucking lake. So, I mean, but I think we come across on the ice probably. But yeah, I was a mile north and a mile west of my house. You guys have all been there. And I come over top of the hill, and there's a bull elk standing in the middle of the road, and it walks across the ditch and goes out in the field, and I got that picture.
No shit.
Damn.
All right.
Pretty cool.
I want you to listen very closely to this.
Oh, we're so excited.
Elk being ungulates,
Yes.
Mormons
Being people.
being people,
Yes.
and what game bird practice harem defense polygamy? And that, for those of you who don't know what harem defense polygamy is, it's where one male keeps the other males away from groups of females during the breeding season, which did not work out for me and my first wife.
Wait. Okay, so I have.
So you can't put down Debbie as the answer. Okay?
Okay. So we have to name the species.
The species of game bird that practices harem defense polygamy like the elk and the Mormons.
Okay, I got.
One species of game bird in North America. Boom, 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 boom. And to be honest with you, I don't know when the actual breeding season was for Debbie. But, and I can't even say that I was successful in keeping other males away.
Oh, you never got a break, did you?
No, never got the actual number. There's one game bird species that practices harem defense polygamy.
I don't know.
There's
Okay.
There's two answers that come to mind, but
Alrighty.
I'm thinking this is the right one.
That's the same one.
These are difficult.
Well,
Well,
there's-
you're winning. Shut up.
all right. And the answer is
Turkey.
42.
turkey. What do you got, Doug?
I said sharptail.
No.
Pheasants. And I thought about pheasants too.
Does he have aggressive in
Ben,
it?
Ben is correct. Now, turkey,
Jeez.
they'll all stand out there and strut together. Those shoulders
Yeah.
just like sharpies and sage grouse.
Yeah.
Pheasants get into it like the fuck out of here.
Really?
Now. And pheasants practice harem defense polygamy.
Ben.
Wow.
Rush-
Ben, you are going to have to come on the next one to defend your title.
Defend
Yeah.
God dang it! I
I
thought
can promise
That
you I'll be, at that point, I'll be delirious and out of it.
Well,
And
it's fighting cocks. You know, I mean, that's where those chickens come from.
dang.
And I did not say native species. I said
Right.
game bird.
I was thinking that
Yeah.
I was thinking that you were throwing a curveball there because we know that pheasants are your favorite bird,
Right.
and I was
So
like,
you were overthinking
I've
it.
seen
You were
pheasants
going
fight.
to answer D again in your head.
I've seen pheasants fight,
Yeah.
and I also seen two turkeys definitely get into it.
I've
but
seen turkeys fight, but
that's-
not around the hens.
right.
They just fight because they're wrestling because they're gay.
Pheasants are chasing around the hens and everything. And they're
I think you did.
rooting around.
Same thing.
That's how Ron hurt his wrist. He was fighting with turkeys.
I got all twisted up. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed that.
That was kind of fun. I was a little skeptical. I was like, Ron's coming up with questions.
Oh no, I did.
Oh,
It took
he
me
did some work.
hours to come up with. He was like, "Oh, what's the dog that points the bet? What's the dog?" Yeah, I mean, I had to come up with a little history
The
here.
answer to that question is not Ron. Any other dog?
Any other dog?
Well, thanks for putting that together, Ron. That was
Yeah,
fun.
that was pretty good.
All right, and this will be a regular feature. I will also, Tyler, you got it on your YouTube channel.
Yep.
And I will release this as a podcast just for people who can't make it. And I don't care if they play along and cheat because we're not going to give them anything.
Right.
Right. So that's irrelevant. But yeah, I had like 2 years ago when we did this, I grabbed that. There's a little box over it that says
Yeah.
Outdoor
it was a
Life
trivia.
Trivia.
Pursuit, yeah.
And then with Meat Eater doing it, I'm like, try to, not,
Meat Eater copied us.
well, they did. Technically, we had trivia before
did it
Meat Eater
first.
did. They just have a staff of 112 to make us look bad.
We do a pretty good job of making ourselves look bad. We do.
So there you have it. If you enjoyed that, look forward to next month when we have another. I just had a challenge. I was on the phone with Garmin, and we are going to have a Team Garmin and Team Gunner hunting dog podcast trivia. We'll see which outdoor company knows the most about what we love: guns, dogs, people, birds, places, alcohol, and tobacco. Talk to you soon. Hope you enjoyed that.